Hi, and welcome to English Shadowing Stories. Are you learning English? Great! Let's learn English with a very interesting story. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment. Let's get started. Introduction. Welcome to our channel. Today we're going to learn about Elon Musk. The first thing that you probably remember when you hear his name is, of course, money. Perhaps because he's not just wealthy, he's the richest person in the world. Maybe even in history, he has over $440 billion. That amount of money is so huge that it's enough to give $50 to every person in the world and still have billions left. How did he get so rich? Many would think hard work or a great idea. But here's the thing. It's not just hard work or ideas. Millions of people work really hard. Millions have very great ideas. But they don't become billionaires, do they? So what makes Musk different? We will talk about what decision he made to become so rich. But this story isn't just about money, though. It's a story about loving what you do, working smart, and taking huge risks. We're going to look at how a young boy from South Africa became a name known all over the world. We'll learn how his companies like Tesla and SpaceX changed the world. This video will take you on a journey from his childhood to his great plans for the future. It's a story that will make you think about what's possible and maybe even make you dream bigger. Chapter 1. Early Life in South Africa. Elon Musk was born in 1971 in a city called Pretoria in South Africa. It is a beautiful place, but it was also a difficult place to grow up. Elon lived with his family. His mother, May, was a model and a dietitian. His father, Errol, was an engineer. Elon also had a younger brother, Kimball, and a younger sister, Tosca. Elon was a very curious child. He liked to ask questions. He wanted to know how things worked. He also loved to read. He read many books. He read science fiction books, books about computers, and books about building things. He liked to imagine new worlds and new possibilities. When Elon was young, he was very interested in computers. It was the early days of computers, and not many people had them at home. But Elon wanted to learn more. He taught himself how to program computers. Programming is like giving instructions to a computer to make it do things. He was very good at it. He was a natural at this. School was not always easy for Elon. He was a very smart boy, but he did not always fit in. Some other children were not very nice to him. He was often alone. He preferred to read books than play with other children. It was difficult for him. He sometimes had problems with bullies. Elon's relationship with his father was not easy. They did not always understand each other. They had different ideas about many things. This made life at home difficult sometimes. Elon's father was very demanding. He pushed Elon hard. This was not always good for Elon. Elon's family was not very rich. They had enough to live on, but they did not have a lot of extra money. This made Elon think about how he could become successful. He wanted to make a better life for himself. He wanted to do great things. As Elon grew older, he started to feel like he did not belong in South Africa. He wanted to go somewhere different. He wanted to go somewhere where he could learn more and do more. He started to think about leaving South Africa. South Africa had a rule that young men had to join the army. Elon did not want to join the army. He did not think it was right. He also wanted to study in other countries. He knew that he needed to leave South Africa to follow his dreams. He wanted to be free to think and create. He wanted to be an engineer and an inventor. He wanted to change the world. So when he was 17 years old, Elon made a big decision. He decided to leave South Africa. He decided to go to a new country far away from home. He chose to go to Canada. Canada was a new beginning for him. It was a place where he could start his new life. He was excited about the future. He was ready for a new adventure. He was ready to learn and grow. Leaving South Africa was a big step for Elon. It was the end of one chapter in his life and the beginning of another. It was the start of his journey to become the person he is today. It was the beginning of his dream to change the world. Chapter 2. Moving to North America. At 17 years old, Elon made a big decision. He left South Africa and moved to Canada. It was a very different place. Everything was new, from the people to the weather. He went to university in Canada. Life as a student was hard work, but he learned a lot. He studied hard at university in Ontario. He liked learning about science and business. After some time, Elon wanted to study in the United States. He was accepted to the University of Pennsylvania. This was a very good university. He moved to the USA and started his studies there. At the University of Pennsylvania, Elon got 2 degrees. He studied economics and physics. These were very different subjects, but he liked both. He was a very smart student. After graduating, he decided to go to Stanford University to study for a PhD. A PhD is a very high level of education, but Elon didn't stay at Stanford for very long. He was not interested in just studying. He had ideas for new companies. He wanted to build things and make them real. So he decided to leave the PhD program. He wanted to start his own company. He knew it was a big risk, but he was ready to try. He believed in his ideas, and this was the start of a new adventure. He was ready to make his ideas a reality. Chapter 3. First companies Zip2 and X.com. After finishing his studies in America, Elon didn't want to work for someone else. He had big ideas and wanted to build his own companies. His first big project was Zip2. He started Zip2 with his brother Kimball. Zip2 was a company that made software for online city guides. Imagine a map of a city, but on a computer. Businesses could pay to be on the map, so people could find them easily. This was a new idea in the 1990s, when the internet was just becoming popular. Starting Zip2 was hard work. Elon and Kimball didn't have much money. They worked long hours and faced many problems. Sometimes they didn't have enough money to pay their bills, but they kept going. They believed in their idea. Slowly, Zip2 started to do well. More and more businesses wanted to be on their online maps. They started making money. Then, in 1999, a big company called Compaq bought Zip2 for a lot of money. Elon became a millionaire. This was a big success for him. But Elon didn't stop there. He had other ideas he wanted to try. He started a new company called X.com. X.com was a company for online banking and email payments. This meant people could send money to each other online using their computers. This was also a new idea at the time. X.com was a good idea, but it wasn't the only company doing this. There was another company called Confinity doing something similar. So X.com and Confinity decided to join together. They became one company. This new company was called PayPal. PayPal became very popular. Lots of people used it to send and receive money online. It was easy and fast. Then in 2002, a big online selling company called eBay bought PayPal for even more money. This was another very big success for Elon. With the money from Zip2 and PayPal, Elon was now very rich. But he wasn't interested in just having money. He wanted to do even bigger things. He wanted to change the world. He was ready to start on his next big projects. He had ideas about space and cars, and he was ready to make them happen. After selling PayPal, Elon Musk had a lot of money. But he didn't want to just relax. He had a big dream: to go to space and live on other planets. In 2002, he started a new company called SpaceX. SpaceX was different from his other companies. It was about building rockets and spacecraft. Musk wanted to make it easier and cheaper for people to travel to space. He believed that one day humans should live on Mars. This was a very big and difficult goal. At the beginning, SpaceX had many problems. Building rockets is very hard. The first few rockets they made, called Falcon 1, didn't work well. They often exploded. This was a very difficult time for Musk and his team. They lost a lot of money and some people thought they would fail. But Musk didn't give up. He learned from the mistakes and kept working hard. Finally, in 2008, one of the Falcon 1 rockets was successful. It went to space. This was a big moment for SpaceX. It showed that they could do it. After this, things started to get better. SpaceX got a big contract with NASA, the American Space Agency. NASA wanted SpaceX to help them send things to the International Space Station. This was a big success for SpaceX. They started to build bigger rockets called Falcon 9. They also built a special spacecraft called Dragon. The Dragon could carry things to the space station. Musk's big dream is still to go to Mars. He wants to build a city there. He thinks that humans need to live on other planets because Earth might not be safe in the future. SpaceX is still working hard on this goal. They are making new rockets and spacecraft that can go to Mars. It is a long and difficult journey, but Elon Musk is determined to make it happen. Chapter 5: Tesla. Electric cars. After starting SpaceX, Elon had another big idea. He wanted to help the world use less oil and gas. He believed electric cars were the future. So he started to think about cars, not just rockets. In 2004, Elon invested money in a company called Tesla Motors. At first, he was just an investor, but he soon became more involved. He became the chairman of the company. Tesla was working on a new kind of car, one that would use only electricity. They were making the Tesla Roadster, a fast and expensive sports car. It was very different from other electric cars at the time. The Roadster was a good start, but Elon wanted to build cars that everyone could buy. He wanted to make electric cars popular. So Tesla started to work on a new car called the Model S. It was a bigger car, a sedan, with a longer range than the Roadster. The Model S was very successful, and people liked it very much. After the success of the Model S, Elon became the CEO of Tesla. This means he was in charge of the whole company. Being CEO was very hard work. Tesla had problems making enough cars. It was difficult to build them quickly and keep the quality high. There were many challenges. Elon worked very hard to solve them. Tesla kept growing. They made more new models. First, the Model X, a bigger car like a family SUV. Then the Model 3, a more affordable car for more people. Later came the Model Y, another SUV similar to the Model 3. To make all these cars, Tesla needed big factories. They built special factories called gigafactories. These factories were huge and made not just cars but also batteries for the cars. Elon's goal was always bigger than just making cars. He wanted to help the world use clean energy. He wanted to make electric cars normal, so that people would not need to use petrol or diesel cars. He wanted to help the world stop using fossil fuels. This is why he says, Tesla's mission is to accelerate the world's transition to sustainable energy. He believes electric cars are a big part of a cleaner, better future. Chapter 6. Other companies. Elon Musk is a very busy man. He doesn't just work on rockets and electric cars. He has also started other companies that try to solve different problems in the world. These companies show that he wants to help people in many ways. One of these companies is called Solar City. Solar City makes solar panels for houses and buildings. Solar panels use the sun to make electricity. This is a clean way to make power, and it helps the environment. Later, Tesla, the electric car company, bought Solar City. Now, Tesla also sells solar panels and batteries for homes. This means people can use the sun to power their cars and homes. Another interesting company is the Boring Company. This company wants to build tunnels under cities. Elon Musk thinks that tunnels can help with traffic problems. When there are too many cars on the roads, the tunnels can help them move faster. The Boring Company is still working on this idea, but it is a new way to think about traffic. Then there is Neuralink. This company is working on something very new. They want to connect the human brain to computers. This is a very difficult thing to do, but if they can do it, it could help people with brain problems. It might also help people do things faster and better. Finally, there is XA. This company is working on artificial intelligence, or AI. AI is when computers can think and learn like humans. Elon Musk wants to make sure that AI is safe and helps people. He believes that AI can be very powerful, so it is important to use it carefully. These companies show that Elon Musk wants to solve many different problems. He is not afraid to try new things, even if they are very difficult. He wants to make the world a better place using technology. He is a very ambitious person who always has new ideas. Chapter 7. The Secret of Money. Elon Musk is now the richest person in the world, but his wealth did not come quickly or easily. When Musk sold his first companies, Zip2 and PayPal, he earned millions of dollars. Instead of spending this money on buying expensive cars and houses, he used almost all of it to start new projects. For example, he put his own money into SpaceX and Tesla. When both companies were having a very difficult time, many people thought investing in rockets or electric cars was too risky. But Musk believed these ideas could change the world. Even when SpaceX's first rockets exploded and Tesla had production problems, he kept investing time and money. He once said, "If I'm going to fail, I want to fail doing something important." Musk's business decisions often seem unusual at first. When he started Tesla, most car companies thought electric vehicles, EVs, were not profitable. But Musk focused on making EVs fast, beautiful, and exciting. He showed the world that electric cars could be better than gasoline cars. Similarly, at SpaceX, he wanted to build reusable rockets. Experts laughed at the idea and so many problems he will have. But reusable rockets lowered the cost of space travel. Over time, these important and very hard choices made Tesla and SpaceX leaders in their fields. Another key to Musk's success is his focus on the future. While many companies worry about short-term profits, Musk spends years or even decades planning. For instance, Tesla's factories were built to produce batteries and cars on a large scale. At first, building such huge factories was really expensive and difficult. But today, they help Tesla sell more cars than any other EV company in the world. Musk's long-term vision also includes goals like colonizing Mars with SpaceX or creating clean energy solutions with SolarCity. He believes solving big problems takes time, and he is ready to wait for results. Innovation is at the heart of Musk's companies. He wants his engineers to try new ideas, even if they fail many times. SpaceX's team, for example, tested rockets again and again, learning from each explosion until they succeeded. At Tesla, workers found creative ways to speed up car production after early delays. Musk often says, "Failure is an option here. If things are not failing, you are not innovating enough." This mindset helps his team solve problems that others think are impossible. Musk's companies have also changed entire industries. Before Tesla, electric cars were seen as slow and boring. Now, nearly every car company is racing to make EVs. SpaceX's reusable rockets forced other space companies to lower their prices and improve their technology. By creating products that people want and need, Musk's businesses have grown extremely valuable. When the stock prices of Tesla or SpaceX rise, so does Musk's wealth. There are important lessons to learn from Musk's journey. First, he thinks bigger than most people. While others focus on small goals, Musk dreams of sending humans to Mars or replacing fossil fuels like oil or gas. Second, he takes risks even when failure is likely. For example, he spent his last money on SpaceX when the company had only one rocket left. Third, he invests in solutions that might take years to work, like building giant battery factories. Finally, Musk works harder than most CEOs, often sleeping at the office to solve problems. Musk's wealth is not just about money. He sees money as a tool to solve big problems and improve life on Earth and beyond. His success comes from believing in his ideas, even when others doubt him, and never giving up on his vision. As he once said, persistence is very important. You should not give up unless you are forced to give up. For Musk, the secret of money is using it to create a future that others cannot yet imagine. Chapter 8, Personal Life. Being so wealthy changed some things in his life, but maybe not as much as you might think. He still worked very, very hard. He became more and more famous. People saw him on television, giving interviews and talking about his companies. He even appeared on comedy shows. He started to be a part of popular culture. People talked about him a lot, and many knew his name, even if they didn't know all the details of his work. Musk is known for having big ideas. He believes in taking risks and doing things that people might think are impossible. He wants to solve big problems like climate change and the possibility of human life on other planets. He has a lot of energy and doesn't give up easily. His work life is very intense. He often works long hours and expects the same from his employees. He likes to be involved in every detail of his companies. It can be difficult to find a good balance between work and personal time for him. He has a very busy schedule. Being so famous also has its challenges. People often write about him, and not always in a good way. Some people admire him, but others criticize him a lot. It's hard for anyone to be in the public eye so much. Musk has to learn to deal with all the attention. He is also very active on social media, sometimes getting into arguments. He has had a complicated personal life. He has been married several times and has many children. He tries to spend time with his family, but it can be difficult when he has so many work responsibilities. Even though he is incredibly rich and famous, Elon Musk still focuses on his goals. He is still determined to change the world. He lives a very busy life, trying to achieve big things. He tries to stay true to his beliefs. Balancing his intense work with a personal life remains a challenge for him. Chapter 9. Buying Twitter. One day Elon Musk made a very surprising offer. He wanted to buy Twitter, the social media platform that many people use to share their thoughts and news. It was a big surprise because it wasn't clear why he wanted to buy it. Twitter was already a well-known and popular company. The offer was a lot of money. At first it seemed like maybe the deal wouldn't happen. But after some time, the people at Twitter agreed to sell the company to Elon. This was a very big event, because it meant a powerful person now owned one of the most important platforms, where people talked and shared ideas. After buying Twitter, Elon made some big changes. He changed how the platform works and who can use it. One of the biggest changes was the name. He changed Twitter to X. Many people were confused by this change and some didn't like it. They were used to the old name and logo. The changes at X made people talk a lot. Some people thought the changes were good and others thought they were bad. The media wrote many articles about what was happening. Some news sources supported Elon, but others criticized his decisions. Some users left the platform because they didn't like the changes. Others stayed, curious to see what would happen next. The story of Elon buying Twitter is an example of how much power and influence he has. It shows that he is not afraid to make big changes, even when people don't agree with him. It also shows how important social media is in the modern world, and how one person can have a big impact on the way we communicate. Chapter 10. What is next for Elon Musk? So after all the big changes with Twitter, you might be asking, what will Elon do next? It's a good question. Elon Musk is not a person who sits still for long. He has many ideas and wants to do big things. For SpaceX, his space company, he still wants to go to Mars. This is a very important goal for him. He dreams of people living on Mars one day. He and his team are working hard to build rockets that can travel to Mars safely. They are also trying to make these rockets cheaper and easier to use. He wants to make space travel normal for everyone, not just astronauts. At Tesla, the car company, he wants to make even better electric cars. He also wants to make batteries that can store a lot of energy. This is important for using solar and wind power. He believes that electric cars and renewable energy are the future. He wants to help the world use less oil and gas. He is thinking about new types of electric vehicles, not just cars. His other companies are also working on big projects. Elon doesn't just think about making money. He thinks about the future of the world. He wants to use his companies to make the world a better place. But it won't be easy. There are always challenges. Building rockets is very difficult. Making electric cars for everyone takes a lot of work. Many people have different opinions about his ideas and ways of working. He often talks about his plans on social media, which means everyone has an opinion. It's hard to know exactly what Elon will do next. He is always thinking about new things. He often surprises people with his ideas. But one thing is for sure. Elon Musk will keep trying to do big and important things. He has a big dream for the world, and he is not going to stop working towards it. He wants to change the future, and he wants us all to be part of it. His legacy will probably be that of an extremely innovative entrepreneur who had the courage to think and act big. What exactly will that entail? We will have to wait to find out.